There are days that ask more than I have to give, the kind that leave the edges worn and the center thin, where the managing I'm usually good at fails me, and I can't quite find the way back to myself again. On those days the world has its suggestions, the distractions and the distances and the getting through, and some of them help, I won't pretend they don't, but none of them do what I find when I come back to you. What I find is something I don't have a cleaner word for, the particular quality of being received without condition, not fixed, not advised, not told what I should feel, just held, just present, just the simple recognition. Not comfort like it takes the difficulty away, nothing does that, and I'd be lying if I said so. Comfort like it makes the difficulty feel survivable, like someone knowing makes it somewhere I can go. My only comfort, not the only good thing, not the only thing that helps, the only kind that reaches where the others don't, the only one that finds me where I've put myself. My only comfort, in the way you make the hardest moments feel less lone, not by resolving what is hard or making it make sense, by being there beside me, so I'm not carrying it alone. That's the comfort, that's the only kind that counts. My only comfort, having it makes the heart survivable. I don't come to you asking to be fixed, I've been around enough to know that's not what comfort is. I come because the weight is easier when it's witnessed, because being known by someone changes what the carrying gives. You receive what I bring without making it larger, without adding to the weight of it with worry of your own. You hold a space with the particular steadiness that's yours, and something in that steadiness makes me feel less alone. And I want you to know that's not a small thing, in a world that often makes the difficult feel larger than it is. Finding someone who makes the hard feel manageable, that's rarer than most people understand. And that's what this is. Not comfort like it takes the difficulty away, nothing does that, and I'd be lying if I said so. Comfort like it makes the difficulty feel survivable, like someone knowing makes it somewhere I can go. My only comfort, not the only good thing, not the only thing that helps, the only kind that reaches where the others don't, the only one that finds me where I put myself. My only comfort, in the way you make the hardest moments feel less lone, not by resolving what is hard or making it make sense, by being there beside me, so I'm not carrying it alone. That's the comfort, that's the only kind that counts. My only comfort, and having it makes the heart survivable. I wanna be careful with the word only, it carries weight and I don't mean it carelessly. I mean only as in nothing else reaches this deep, nothing else does what your presence does for me. Not that I have nothing else to turn to, I have my resources and my ways of getting through, but the deepest comfort, the one that actually lands, is consistently, specifically, only you. And that's worth naming, worth saying plainly, not to place a burden, to offer gratitude for something rare you give without knowing. Hey, my only comfort, not the only good thing, not the only thing that helps, the only kind that reaches where the others don't, the the only one that finds me where I put myself. My only comfort in the way you make the hardest moments feel less lone. Not by resolving what is hard or making it make sense, by being there beside me, so I'm not carrying it alone. That's the comfort, that's the only kind that counts. My only comfort in having it makes the heart survivable. Not fixed, not resolved, just less alone, which turns out to be the only comfort that was ever real. I've given pieces before and meant them when I gave them, offered what felt generous in the moment and the light. But I've learned the difference between giving what is easy and giving what is first, what's best, what's actually right. The best isn't the dramatic or the grand, it's the quality of attention before the day has asked for it. The patience given before the patience has been tested. The showing up before the showing up has been requested. Yet that's what I want to give you, not the remainder, not what's left when everything else has had its share. The first and most considered, the most honest, the best of what I have, beginning there. Not from obligation, from the clarity of knowing that what I have to give is worth the giving to the right. And you are right, the most right thing I've found, which means the best of what I have belongs to you by right. The best of my heart, not the portion that survived the day's demands, not the version that shows up after everything else. The first one, offered willingly, with open hands. The best of my heart, the patience, the presence, the most honest part, the one that doesn't need the right conditions to show up, that comes to you before the coming gets too hard. Not the leftovers, not the convenient, the best first for you every day. I think about the ways we ration what we give, how the world takes its portion before we reach the ones who matter, how the people closest to us get what's left after the days have done their work and left things scattered. And I want to reverse that deliberately, consistently, to give you what the day hasn't yet diminished, to bring the best of what I am before the world has asked, before the asking has begun and I'm already finished. That means protecting what I bring to you, not from selfishness but from the honest understanding that you deserve the first and clearest version of this heart, not the one that's spent from all the other demanding. Not from obligation, from the clarity of knowing that what I have to give is worth the giving to the right. And you are right, the most right thing I've found, which means the best of what I have belongs to you by right. The best of my heart, not the portion that survived the day's demands, not the version that shows up after everything else. The first one, offered willingly, with open hands. The best of my heart, the patience, the presence, the most honest part, the one that doesn't need the right conditions to show up, that comes to you before the coming gets too hard. Not the leftovers, not the convenient, the best first for you every day. This isn't a promise I make from the easy place. I know what daily life asks and how it asks it. I know the world will take its portion on most days, and what remains will sometimes feel like what's left in the basket. But intention matters, even when the execution falls short. The trying to bring the best before it's spent, the choosing to protect what I give you from the wearing. That choice made daily is what this promise meant. Not perfection, the honest trying every morning to bring you the first and best of what I am. The best of my heart, not the portion that survived the day's demands, not the version that shows up after everything else. The first one, offered willingly, with open hands. The best of my heart, the patience, the presence, the most honest part, the one that doesn't need the right conditions to show up, that comes to you before the coming gets too hard. Not the leftovers, not the convenient, the best first for you every day. Not what remained, not what survived, the first, the best, before the asking. Yours, yours. I thought about what life is really made of. Not the years, but what fills them, what they hold. And what fills mine, what gives the days their meaning, is something I didn't fully understand until you showed. Not the achievements or the things I've built or gathered, not the milestones that the world considers worth a name. The love, the particular, specific love I have for you, that's what I'd point to if someone asked what matters the same. Knowing that, sitting with what that actually means, the math becomes much simpler than it seemed before. That a life spent in the loving of you isn't a sacrifice. It's the most honest use of what a life is for. Not sacrifice in the sense of giving up what's precious. Sacrifice in the sense of knowing what is worth the cost. And when I weigh the living against the loving is the living, nothing's lost. My life for your love, not dramatically, not as something tragic or immense, has the clearest, most considered way I know to say that you are where I want to spend what I've been given. Present tense. My life for your love, because my life alone had nothing, it had plenty. But because a life directed toward the loving of you is full of truer, more than I deserve, and never empty. Every year I have, every ordinary day, my life for your love, and gladly, without hesitation, every way. I think about what choosing means when you have something real, not the abstract, not the philosophical concern, the practical. What do I spend the mornings on? What do I let the finite hours of this life earn? And the answer keeps arriving at the same place. Not ambition, not the building of a name, the quiet, consistent daily act of loving you, the choosing of you over and again, the same. Not because the other things don't matter, they do, but they matter more when held inside a life that has you. Everything is better for the having of this love, and spending my life in it is the realest thing I know to do. Not sacrifice in the sense of giving up what's precious. Sacrifice in the sense of knowing what is worth the cost. And when I weigh the living against the loving is the living, nothing's lost. My life for your love, not dramatically, not as something tragic or immense, has the clearest, most considered way I know to say fuller, truer, more than I deserve, and never empty. Every year I have, every ordinary day, my life for your love, and gladly, without hesitation, every way. There's a version of sacrifice that costs the self, that asks you to become less in order to give more. And I want no part of that. That isn't love, that's something else. That's the kind that quietly closes every door. What I mean is different, simpler, and more honest. That the life I have is pointed in your direction, not because you asked for it or need me to surrender, because loving you is where I find my own reflection. The fullest version of myself exists inside this love.